What up, man? It's your boy Mr. Clutch here with the Gamers Lab as always. Today I'm bringing you guys a Singleback Ace Twin scheme. This is for all the real Madden goons that are still checking out tip videos in August. Shout out to y'all. I'm bringing you a Singleback Ace Twins offensive scheme here today. I've been working on it for a while and I absolutely love this formation. Mr. Smith has been begging me to create the video for it, so I decided to finally go ahead and put it out. So this offense I originally created because I was playing against a lot of people that were playing like 3-4 even, or basically 3-4, 3 down linemen, base coverage, where they were just running cover 3, cover 4 all day, and it was really getting annoying because they had tons of coverage out there. It was hard to fit balls into small windows, and I needed to find something to kind of create space, get players open, and move the ball down the field. So this is what I came up with. I'm going to give you guys a good breakdown, and then at the end of the video I'll show you some gameplay film so you can see it live in action. So real quick, I'll go over the running plays. It's not anything, the running game isn't anything super overpowered. I'm running the run and gun playbook. If you're running a custom, you can add the plays, or if you want to find a playbook, anything close to the run and gun that has the Singleback Ace Twins, you'll be able to be effective out of. So the primary running plays I use, when I want to run the ball, I'll come out and halfback counter, and the quick audible is a dive, which will be a run right up the middle. So this whole entire scheme pretty much is based on the idea of motioning the receiver. The good thing about that is it locks up A gaps, it'll block them. If you have people blitzing from the outside, you can stop them at their motioning point wherever to pick up the incoming blitz and give you time to pass or run the ball. So right now we're just going to go against the 3-4 the basic cover 3. I'm just going to show you guys what the run will look like. So when you motion the guy, you're going to want to motion him only for the counter play as soon as he crosses the tight end. Now the important thing is, if you don't already know this is just basic tips from Madden. Don't hold turbo as soon as you catch the ball in the backfield, because what happens is the defense actually block sheds a lot faster and you'll get smacked in the backfield a lot more often. So if that's happening, or you're not able to make quick cuts, it's probably because you're holding turbo as soon as you catch the ball, and you'll get way more yardage and have way bigger holes if you don't touch the turbo button. Wait until you hit the hole before you start trying to turbo, and then that way you can cut the ball upfield a little bit better. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and show you the play. Like I said, you'll just motion your wide receiver all the way to the left over, snap it as soon as he gets to the back of the tight end, and then try to cut the ball upfield. Now the counter is designed more as a distraction play to set up the passing game. I don't run this formation to come out and run the ball a million times. When I do run it, I'm keeping my opponent off guard or just trying to get small chunks of yardage. Now you can break the counter big, and I'll run it here a few times to show you guys what it looks like. But again, I know this is not a huge play. A lot of times you might still get caught in the backfield. But I just want you guys to see when to snap it for you to get the optimal blocking scheme when you snap the ball. So this time the hole kind of opens up and I can take it up the middle. So the counter to the counter would be the dive. So if you want to run the ball up the middle, same concept, you're going to motion him over, but you're actually going to let him cross the quarterback before you motion. So you're blocking wide receiver or one right up the A gap, and you can follow him up the hole, kind of like a fullback would do if you're in an I form formation. There you go. So again, I'm getting 5 yards a carry. If you get 5 yards 3 times in a row, that's a first down every time. So I'll just show you again real quick. You just motion him over as soon as he crosses the wide receiver. He'll come up and block. And again, 5 to 6 yards. You run it enough just to make them respect it. So now let's get to the meat and the potatoes of this formation. The first play, and if your formation does not have this, I would suggest adding it to your playbook, or if you want to run this type of scheme, looking for a playbook that does have this formation. That does have this play. The play is called PAWaggles. Now, there's a lot of plays that kind of look like this in the game, and I've been through a few of them with similar play art at the play call screen, but the inside wide receiver on the left runs a pretty unique route where he actually goes at just enough of an angle downfield that the farther he goes, the more separation he creates, and he gets over top of the yellow zones pretty well. So pretty much they're not a factor when it comes to playing defense on them. So as I break down the rest of the play, keep that in mind that this doesn't work for all formations like this, and you'll just have to get in practice mode and see if it works for you based on the play that you have if you don't have this play specifically. So, but anyway, so we want to come out in the waggle, and then we'll start off against man. I won't break all of the plays down with all of the different coverages, but this is one of the best plays, and basically the scheme is built around this play, so I will show it to you against man and then a few different zones. So first we'll show you against man, and your primary route is going to be circle. So the only setup here really is you're going to want to streak your tight end, and you're going to want to slide protect to the right. I forgot to mention this in the beginning, but it is going to help out better if you have a quarterback that is at least a 85, maybe 80. You could get away with its speed. They don't have to be blazing fast, but you do want them fast enough to be able to scramble out of the pocket. So just like the running plays, you're going to want to motion the outside receiver. The only difference is you're going to want to snap the ball once he crosses the outside tackle's like right butt cheek. As soon as he crosses him, you're going to snap the ball. What you're going to want to do is hold R2 to cancel the play action, and then immediately roll out to the right. What this is going to do is bring the defense in front of you down, and you'll be able to hit the circle route over top. You also have a few other options depending on the coverage that they're in, but circle is going to be your primary read. So again, I streak the tight end, and I slide protect to the right, and then we'll motion. And you want to watch right where I motion, outside butt. Hold R2, and then you're going to roll out, and as you can see, it gets wide open against man. It's going to completely destroy man altogether. So this works against pretty much all coverages, and it's, as you can imagine, great against the D-line user, to say the least. So again, we'll go out, PAWaggles to play. This time we'll run it against the ever popular cover 3. So setup will be exactly the same. You're going to streak your tight end, slide protect to the right, motion your wide receiver on the outside over, and snap him when he gets to the offensive tackle's outside butt cheek. You roll out to the right, and as you can see, he has great coverage. He gets wide open over top. Let's take a look at this in the replay, and I'll show you guys why it's so effective. So you're motioning him. So here's another little tidbit also. If you know that the heat is coming off of the right side of the field, you can wait until the wide receiver that you're motioning gets a little bit farther out, because that way he'll do a better job of getting on the outside shoulder of the person he's blocking, and it'll lock him up even if he's in a contain. So if you run this against 4-3 wide 9, you'll still be able to roll out because of the motioning wide receiver. That time I snapped it normal, and the outside linebacker blitzed, which is why he was able to come to the outside edge. But because I was sliding right, he still blocked him enough that I could roll out. So basically what's happening here is, because you're streaking the tight end and he's on the right side of the field, the right cornerback is in the deep blue initially is going to drop back. As you come down, he's going to follow him because he's covering his zone on the field. He has somebody in his zone. You pull down the flat zones, who's normally out that linebacker. He comes down with the tight end, and as you can see, there's a huge gaping hole right in the about 20 to 25 yard line window. Now, a lot of times this play is also great because once you catch the ball, if you start from the left hash and run it to the right, after he catches the ball, if you're on your own 20, your own 30, you make one cutback juke to the inside of the field, and you make one person miss, and you're going to score a touchdown. But anyway, so I really love this play. And then the good thing is, what a lot of people do after the first time you run it or so is they'll try to man up. If they have any usering ability, they'll try to cover that route with their linebacker. And if they do take that route away, you still have the ability to hit your tight end, because the flat zone will get sucked down. And if the flat zone does not react to your tight end, then you can take off and run the ball. So it's a pretty effective, pretty annoying play to stop. And if you mix that in with the other plays, the running plays, the other plays I'm going to show you where you motion your wide receiver, it's going to be impossible to know exactly what play is running pre-snap, and the defense is going to have to be on their toes, and if they guess wrong and they're out of position, then you're going to be able to pop them for a big gain. So I'll show you one more time the last thing against cover 2, because this is extremely effective against cover 2. Again, the play is called the PAWaggles. We'll go here against cover 2. And what I'm actually going to do is move the ball back and to the left, so I can show you guys how easy it is to break this for a touchdown after. Okay guys, so I'm going to show it to you against cover 2 here. Now I do want to show you one thing. Most routes in the game, you do not want to pass lead this year because the defense will overreact. But on this play specifically, because it's such a good play and the route is so effective, you can pass lead on this play to make it more effective. So in this instance, they're in cover 2 and the hook zone to the right won't have anybody in his zone, so he's going to actually drop with circle. So what you're going to see here is that I'm going to pass lead up, and he's going to be able to throw it over top of the hook zone, and you'll still be able to get this pass completed for a huge gain. So you slide right, motion your wide receiver to the right, snap the ball, roll out. As you can see, the hook zone's dropping. I'm going to throw it over top, and he still beats him deep. Now that's a cornerback, that's not a linebacker. So you can see that even against somebody that has pretty good, I'm going to assume since he's a cornerback, he has pretty good zone coverage, it'll still be able to get open. All you have to do is pass lead up and throw a bullet. So you want to wait till he gets out a little bit, pass lead up, throw a bullet, and he's wide open. So as you guys can see, overall this is a pretty effective play. The last thing I'll run it on, just because you think I might not be able to throw it deep, against the cover 4, I'll show you that even against the cover 4, because of the rollout and the tight end dropping into a streak, you'll still be able to get this play open. It just absolutely tricks the crap out of the computer, and it's extremely effective. So same setup. I'm gonna roll out. As you can see, he drops down. The deep blue from the left side kind of shadows because there's nobody streaking over there, but there's no way he can keep up with that route just because the route's so effective. So here we go, I'll show you guys again one more time. As you can see, the rollout makes the deep blues on the right come down, and you can just throw it over top. And a lot of times this is exactly what happens in game, and you'll get touchdowns. So okay, so now I'm going to move on. There's a few more plays, passing plays, that I'm going to show you guys where you can also incorporate the motion in and still be effective once they start trying to guess that you're running the PAWaggles. So the next play that I really like is the play called slot under. The reason why I like this play is because there's that delayed slant, and if you motion, I'll show you, but if you motion your wide receiver and put him on a slant as well, your outside wide receiver, he'll come underneath circle's route and he will get wide open because he'll come out on, like from behind the backfield on the delay, and he'll get wide open also. It's kind of like creating a wide trail route. In that case, you can hit either wide receiver. I'm telling you guys right now, this formation is absolute money, and nobody's running it this year. So he comes out of the backfield, he's open, then you can do a little up juke. You know, it's a play to keep your opponent off guard so they can't just automatically run back and cut against the counter and give them a little bit of hesitation, because if you make them hesitate, there's no way they can catch up to that play later. So that's another little motion play you can motion in. And then there's one more play that's really effective where you can incorporate the motion that I'm going to show you guys. And that play is called, let me see here, the Vert Mesh. So I'm going to pick this here. We'll go against cover 3 just because that's the most popular. And then what I'm going to do is actually, the setup is just to put R1, your running back, on a wheel route. So it'll look like this. And everything else can stay the same. And then motion him. It doesn't really matter where you motion him. I usually motion him to the right side just so it looks like the other play. He'll actually block, and then it's kind of like that route out of Pistol Bunch T, the cross drags, where the tight end cuts across the other side of the field, and a lot of times he'll be open because everything else is dropping. We'll try it again. It's not going to be a huge gain unless you make a move, but as you can see, he'll still be able to get open. I'm only getting 2 or 3 yards here because the linebacker on the left isn't really dropping. The other read on this play though is the tight end that's going across the right side of the field. Because of the route coming out of the backfield, you might be able to hit him over top. And that way you hit him that time, he does a toe tap, and that's like 15-20 yards. This play is also extremely effective against man because both of the tight end routes just get wide open as soon as they cut up the field, and they're not bumpable because they're tight ends, so they'll get like a super boost on the computer. So that's pretty much my motion offense. And then there's another couple passing plays that you can also incorporate that'll give you some other options if you don't want to motion and you want to kind of quick pass. It's more concepts than anything. One good thing about this formation is you have 2 tight ends that are lined up tight. So against cover 3 or any type of zone coverage, pretty much anything other than like a base cover 2, there's going to be zones, there's going to be gaps right in the middle of the field, and you can hit one of your tight ends on the quick pass. You just have to watch which one gets open. That time, triangle gets open and I hit him with the quick pass. And you can mix this in even when you aren't motioning, and either way it'll be effective. You just have to be able to make a read and see which one of your tight ends get open. So I just streak one, the other one's already on a streak. He gets bumped. That time he gets bumped, so it's a hard pass. And that will happen every once in a while. You just got to be mindful of that. But I'm going to bet that I could probably hit either one of my tight ends here. Yep. So either one of them are going to get open. So you can also do, if you see that they're blitzing a lot, this wasn't why I designed this scheme, but it is effective because you're in a single back set. You can quick pass as soon as you snap the ball, and so if they're blitzing off the left or the right edge, you could put your wide receiver on the quick audible smash play, and he's on like a quick hitch, and you can catch and throw. Now they do have a zone out there, so I'm not getting huge separation, but I'll show it to you against a play where they are blitzing off the edge and they don't have any flat zones, and they'll just eat them up out there. So we'll just come out in the smash, and we'll come out in a play where they're going to be blitzing. So crossfire 3, that's a popular one. Obviously, since they're blitzing, you won't have a lot of time, but once you read the blitz, you can drop back, throw it to them, and then get upfield. Now the last concept that I really like is you also can do the curl flat concept, where basically what you'll do is put your outside wide receiver on a curl, and then the tight end, you can either put the tight end or the inside wide receiver on a flat. I like the tight end because that way you can leave your inside wide receiver to do a slant or something that drags the hook zones across, and then you snap the ball, and you can always hit that as well. So that's pretty much the formation in a nutshell. I find it to be pretty simple and very effective. It's very easy reads for the most part, but it's a headache to defend because you can attack all areas of the field. If you guys think of anything else that I can do to add the scheme, you of course leave a comment, like and subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned because I might do a part 2 of this breakdown. Alright guys, so here it is. Here's the gameplay footage. Basically I'm gonna go through it as I show you the clips, and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm seeing and what I'm running. So I like to usually start the game off by running a couple counters. I'm getting them used to seeing the motion and affiliate me motioning with me running the counter play or the dive. So here on this play I like to run the dive. I go right up the middle, and the good thing is when I motion the routes for the run play, they start trying to run up and fill the holes, and that's just going to set me to be wide open for when I go ahead and run the counter waggle later. So on this play you'll see I just put the outside guy on a hitch and Larry Fitzgerald on a curl, and he ended up making a good catch. Basically it's just to beat the zone and get him out of position. On this play, I find the tight window, and I hit Gronk over the right side of the field for an easy catch. Next play here, I'm going to be doing the counter. Just again, trying to get a couple yards, move the ball down the field. Next play, you see I kind of find the hole in the zone. I hit the quick pass, but it didn't really work, so now we got 3rd and 2, and I'm looking for a short pass over the middle. I see he's in man, and that'll leave the tight end wide open to cut across the left side of the field. And then here you can see the staple play, the PAWaggle. He was in man, and I ended up beating it across the middle of the field. And then here I'm going to show you a play. If you put the outside dude on a curl, the inside dude on that little quick hook, throw it to the curl on the outside. When you throw it, the guy on the hook actually gets a rocket animation, and he comes down and makes the catch. On this play, he was blitzing, so basically I just quick passed it to Gronk because he was on a flat route, pretty easy read, and he can turn upfield. Again, here's another look at the waggle. As you can see, the defense comes down. Alright guys, so here on the next play, I'm actually going to do the same thing. I'm going to waggle him again, except for this time he's actually going to try to user it. So I roll out, you see he starts to drop, and then he sees him over top, but he's too little too late. I make the pass over top, pass lead up, and it's a touchdown. So here on the next play, the guy actually tries to come out and only blitz me with 3 people. He had good coverage, but I was able to roll out. He tries to blitz me on the next play because I rolled out on the last play, and I was able to quick pass Gronk on a flat. It was pretty easy. If you pass lead up, you'll get some extra yards. He fumbled, but it was still a good play by me. So here in the next play, you see I waggle him again, and he actually goes back, so I pass lead down, and I'm able to hit him underneath in that good window. Here I roll out and just make another play with my legs. That's just the fact of what happens when you have a good quarterback that can scramble. So here, let's see what we got. This time I'm gonna hit him with a quick slant across the middle of the field and a hit circle on the right side of the field because my 2 tight ends are both on streaks, and they will drag the defense back so you can hit them underneath. And then for the last couple plays here, you'll see I actually do the motioning slant where I snap the ball right after he passes the inside wide receiver, and he'll come up from the backfield and kind of slant across the middle of the field. You can make the read which one's open or whichever one they don't use her, and it'll be GG. Alright guys, so that's pretty much all the gameplay footage I got for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you liked the breakdown. If you have any other questions, then leave comments and I'll answer them for you. Other than that, I enjoyed breaking this scheme down for you. It's money. I love it. I run it against top competition, and that's pretty much it. It's when I'm running towards the end of the year. Anyway, if you have anything else, let me know. Other than that, it's Mr. Clutch. I'm out.